Congratulations to all of you for getting your children home. It is also about the teams of people who have surrounded you on your journey. It is about the social workers in DSHS, who's here. It's about the AGs, attorney generals, and the defense attorneys. It's about the veteran parents who have met you at the door and helped you walk this road that they walked before. These are the people who walked with you. These are the people who cried with you. These are the people who yelled at you. These are the people who are here today to celebrate you. I also want to include in my list of people to thank the judges and commissioners who presided over your cases. And I really want to thank them because we have come to understand that families, even in their worst conditions, have strengths. You have strengths that we learned to build on to help you get your children back home. And we as a system have done our own learning. There was a time when we thought the only way to keep a child safe was to take them away from you. Now we know that if we can make home safe, and I do mean safe, and y'all who know me mean I don't play, it needs to be safe, but if home is safe, where is the best place to raise a child? Home. Now let's celebrate our reunited families, and I'm going to start first by introducing our presiding judge, Judge Richard McDermott.
Thank you, Judge Clark, and on behalf of King County Superior Court, I want to welcome you to this wonderful event. It's one of the most meaningful events that we have all year, and I'm very proud of those of you who are here, of the judges, and all the people who have been named by Judge Clark who assisted you and made this event possible. My job is to, well, really, all right. I'll take her home. I don't have him. Oops, sorry. I hope you're not offended, big guy. I'll take him home then. I want to begin by introducing my colleagues from the bench who are here, and it gives me great pride. We have a really good bench, and I'm very proud that these judges, who are all extremely busy every day of the week, were able to come here and share some time with you today. So on my far left is Court Commissioner Elizabeth Castilleja. Elizabeth? Seated next to her is Court Commissioner Meg Sassaman. Next to her is Judge Lori K. Smith. Next to her is Judge Palmer Robinson. Palmer's obviously tired. Next to her is Judge Laura Enveen. Next to her is our Assistant Presiding Judge, Judge Susan Craighead. Next to her is our new Dependency Judge, Judge Holly Hill. Next to her is Court Commissioner Julia Garrett. You've already met Judge Clark, and seated to the far right, not quite the far right anymore, is Court Commissioner Mark Hillman. And next to Mark is Court Commissioner Jackie Jeske. I want to thank Mark Hillman particularly for all of his hard work and for organizing this. I keep getting reminded by Mark about the event and everything, and if you remind everybody else as many times as you remind me, Mark, you've done one heck of a job. So let's give Mark Hillman a hand, please. I would also like to acknowledge a couple of very distinguished and special people who are out in the audience. And the first is Dr. Joel Odimba from the Children's Administration, Region 2. Dr. Odimba, there he is over there. Next is Mr. Randy Hart, Children's Administration Deputy Assistant Secretary. Randy? From our own court, I would like to acknowledge Mr. Paul Sherfy, our CAO. Paul? And Joreen Reber, who is our Director of the Unified Family Court. Joreen? These people make all this stuff happen and work, and I want to thank all of them. We received a proclamation from Governor Inslee, and I'm still not used to saying that. I keep saying Governor Gregoire. And I want to read it to you. It's a very nice proclamation. Whereas all children need the care, love, security, and stability of family unity, including parents, siblings, grandparents, and other extended family members, to provide a solid foundation for personal growth, development, and maturity. And whereas reunification with family is the preferred outcome for children removed from their homes and placed in foster care. And whereas for most children in foster care, reunification with their family is the best option for a permanent and loving home. And each year, hundreds of thousands of children are successfully reunited with their families nationwide. And whereas safe reunification takes work, commitment, and investment of time and resources by parents, family members, social workers, foster parents, service providers, attorneys, courts, and the community. And whereas on June 28, 2013, King County Reunification Day will celebrate families and communities coming together to acknowledge the hard work to safely reunify a family and to raise awareness about the importance of family reunification to children in foster care. Now, therefore, I, Jay Inslee, Governor of the State of Washington, do hereby proclaim June 2013 as Reunification Month in Washington, and I urge all people in our state to join me in this special observance. Last but not least, I'd like to share a letter I received from our Attorney General, Bob Ferguson. Attorney General Ferguson apologized for not being able to be here, but he also wrote the following paragraph, which I think is very special. As you all well know, when children are removed from their birth families for their protection, a primary goal is always to achieve safe reunification. This process requires an extraordinary investment of time and resources by parents, family members, social workers, attorneys, courts, and the community. Your event on June 28 is an important acknowledgement of these critical efforts. Thank you again for the invitation. I'm sorry I was not able to join you. Sincerely, Bob Ferguson. I welcome you, I congratulate you, and I thank you very much for all your hard work and effort. And we've got quite a group of kids here. Thank you very much.
It now gives me great pleasure to introduce our next speaker, the Deputy Assistant, what are you? Randy Hart, who is the Deputy Assistant Secretary of DSHS. I have known Mr. Hold, just a moment, hang on. I have known Mr. Hart for as long as I have been on the King County bench. I have watched him serve in a variety of roles throughout DSHS, and his primary concern has always been the safety of children and hopefully the stability and reunification of families. He really puts his heart and soul into this work. Mr. Hart.
Are we doing okay? All right. Well, welcome everyone here. There's been a lot of clapping, but how about we have some clapping for you who have worked so hard and been so successful and got your family back. I'm very pleased to be here. The Children's Administration, everyone knows, is responsible for protecting the children. by state law and by federal law. But what some of you have experienced, we're also responsible providing reasonable efforts and services to reunify your children home with you safely. You guys have experienced that and been successful with that. We keep trying to improve our work. We get feedback from you, I hope, and other people, and hopefully we will continue improving in that way. About 70% of every child that we move from the home returns back to their family. We would like that to be a higher number. We work hard at keeping kids safe. We work hard at returning children if that's possible. You have a team with you. You have the judges, the advocates, the CASAs, the attorneys, but you guys did the work. You made it happen because you cared more for your children than you did about the other distractions in your life. We're very proud of you. We have some changes coming because of changes in law next year. Some people who experience a knock on the door from us will have an opportunity to have an intervention that's not the normal CPS model. We'll be inviting you to partnership in an alternate response where we find where the problems are and how we can solve them together, which will not result in findings of abuse or neglect. So the input from people like you, from the community, from legislatures, has looked for a new model to better serve the kids and families. Because in the end, we just want safe kids and healthy families. We know that's what you want, and maybe together we can keep reaching for that. Thank you.
And now I would like to introduce one of my favorite people, Miss Elise Hagel. I always say it wrong, so she will correct me. But before I do that, one of the groups I forgot to acknowledge when I was up here before were the CASAs. Are the CASAs in the house? Elise is, to me, what it means to be a family reunified. She walked a path that many of you are now walking, and she is one of my stars. I can't say mine because I didn't do it all by myself. She actually did some of that work. She's got her baby home, she's in school, she's working, and I am so proud of you. Now I'm going to turn the mic over to her for her introduction.
Thank you, Judge Clark. One day she will get it right. It is Elise Hagley. Everybody does it. So hello, hi families. It has been an honor to serve as co-chair for this event with Commissioner Hillman for the last 3 years now, and to work towards positively impacting the child welfare system through being program lead at Parents for Parents and through my collaborative work with Children's Home Society and Catalyst for Kids. But my voice represents only one of many prior CPS-involved families who are trying to make a difference in their community. We would like to take this moment to honor those veteran parents for all of their hard work to support families. Will all of the veteran parents here please stand forward? And at this moment, we would now like to recognize a mom who is assistant lead for Parents for Parents, is the King County Parent Advocacy Committee facilitator, and works for Children's Home Society and Catholic Community Services. Additionally, she has 2 years clean today, is in college, and I've been blessed to know her for over 15 years. Nina, will you please come forward? Prior to her sharing her story with us, we would like to, the committee every year likes to give the original governor's proclamation to one of our families, CPS, or Nina Queso, I don't know why I said CPS. Nina, will you please accept this?
Thank you all so much for being here. So, my name is Nina Queso, and I'm a mother who successfully navigated the child welfare system to be reunified with my daughter. I would just like to take a moment and congratulate all the parents here today. We have all come such a long way, and today we are here to celebrate our journey. When I began this process, I was devastated and completely broken. I didn't know what to do or what to expect. One thing I did know was that I wanted to be a mother to my child, and I was willing to go to any lengths to have her in my life. I wanted help, so I quickly entered in a long-term treatment facility and opted into Family Treatment Court. I have spent most of my life in and out of treatment facilities, so for me, Family Treatment Court was a blessing. I was able to get the help I needed and learn how to be a mother to my child. Oops, I lost my spot. Sorry. When I look back to where I was 2 years ago today, I would have never pictured my life the way it is now. I have found my passion for life again, and I have learned what my purpose is. I am currently the assistant lead veteran parent with the Parents for Parents program in Seattle, where I get to share my experience with parents involved in this process and help provide them with tools and knowledge of how they can do it too. I also work with Catholic Community Services at 2 shelters for women battling addiction. More recently, I was hired as the parent lead with Children's Home Society, working on a project to get more early learning opportunities available for families involved in the child welfare system. I'm the facilitator of the King County Parent Advocacy Committee, which is a group of veteran parents like myself who collaborate with community partners and professionals working in the field of child welfare. Together, we advocate for changes in policies and practices to positively impact families and provide hope and support for families currently navigating the child welfare system. Being involved in this process has helped me see that I want to be a drug and alcohol counselor, so now I am pursuing my education at Edmonds Community College. My goal is to work at a long-term treatment facility for women and children, where I can use my story to help make a difference and empower other women who are going through the same thing that I went through. As for my beautiful daughter, Isabella, she is now 2 years old and thriving. She's enrolled in an early learning center and loving life. We have a huge family and friend support system, and she is loved by many. Today, I can honestly say I'm so grateful for being involved in this process because it helped me realize my full potential in life, and now I'm pursuing all of my dreams. Thank you.
Now we're going to get to the really special part of our program. So I'd like you to kind of grab hold of your kids for a little bit. I'll give you a moment to do that. Okay, so I would like you to, first of all, welcome the 3 commissioners who've been working on these cases. It is 3, isn't it? I'm sorry, someone took my program. Thank you. I'd like you to welcome Commissioner Mark Hillman, Commissioner Meg Sassaman, and the Honorable Julia Garrett. Now, before I let them give you your little surprises for today, I need to tell you that these 3 individuals care about what happens to you and your children. And they care that the system improves and that you are treated well and that your families are reunified. Thank you.
For the Oswego family, they're not here.
They're here. The Oswego family, can someone from the Oswego family come down? Or you want to?
I'm a runner. I think. Oh, you're a runner. Okay, good. Oh, great.
The Allen family.
Clark Mendenhall family.
The Dildine family.
The Althauser Denton family.
Edwards family.
The Mogoya family.
The Hanvold family.
The Lakey family.
The Pennington family.
The Olson family.
The Rifle family.
The Stewart family.
The St. John family.
The Zanders family.
And then we have 3 families who are here and checked in, and they'll be getting their certificates via the mail. But if I could have you stand when I say your name, that'd be great. Bellier family. The Diaz family. And the Works family. Thank you very much. And Hanvold, can you stand? Is the Hanvold family here? And now I'd like to introduce my boss, or my new boss, or one of my bosses. I know, 53 of them. Judge Holly Hill has stepped into the shoes of Judge Clark, and those are pretty big shoes, but she is doing so masterfully. So we welcome Judge Hill. Judge Hill.
Thank you, Commissioner Hillman. I'm delighted to be here, and I want to add my welcome to everyone here. This is such a happy occasion. As Mark said, my name is Holly Hill, and I'm the lead dependency judge in King County now. And I want to take the opportunity to honor 2 very special people. They don't know that they're being honored here today, but you've heard their names a few times. So, the first of those people is Elise Hegley. Come on up, Elise. Elise is, come on. Elise is as has been mentioned, is the coordinator of the Veteran Parents Volunteers for Parent, and many of you have worked with Elise, who's been working with so many people to shepherd them through the dependency system. And for this work alone, Elise deserves to be recognized.
Oh, thank you.
But we're not done. We're not done.
I'm the lead, Kim's the coordinator.
Elise has also co-chaired the Reunification Day for the past 4 years?
3.
This is for the past 3 years. This is the 4th one. And this is above and beyond the call of duty for what Elise has been hired to do. So she's brought the planning and the execution of this event a special vision because, as you know, she herself has experienced the dependency system. She's been very dedicated in her work, and we're so lucky to have her doing this event for us. She has announced that this is her last year coordinating and co-chairing the Reunification Day. So please join me in putting your hands together for all the good work that Elise Hegley has done.
Let's see.
There you go. Thank you. You're welcome. I look forward to working with you. Too. And the other person who I want to recognize also doesn't know that he's being recognized specially today, but that is Commissioner Mark Hillman. Now, so many of you have come to know Commissioner Hillman, who's been active handling dependency cases for the past 3 years, right? 3.5 years in Kent, and I'm very proud to honor him for the good work that he has done on the bench. But again, Commissioner Hillman has gone way beyond the call of duty in co-chairing Reunification Day for those years and making it a reality for all of us. For the past 3 years, he's provided the leadership and vision, first to get Reunification Day off the ground, and then to keep it going each year so that it is what it is today. He's made sure behind the scenes that everything's gone smoothly and according to his plan, and today's event is another testament to his hard work. And I can personally attest, as did Judge McDermott, that once we kind of round the beginning of the year and it's January, Commissioner Hillman is unerring every time he sees a judicial officer reminding us about Reunification Day and asking us if we plan to be there. He's like a broken record. So this is Commissioner Hillman's last year co-chairing Reunification Day, so please give him a warm round of applause. Thank you so much. This is for you.
Thank you. So we have come almost to the end of the event. And I just take the podium because I'm the co-chair as the last speaker. And I want to thank everyone who's participated in this event. But before I do that, I want to remind everybody that there's a receptionist or a reception in the upper Boeing lobby immediately after we adjourn court. We're also taking pictures of all the families out in the courtyard by the dinosaurs. So please make sure to get your pictures taken, because our plan is year after year, we will add pictures to our slideshow. I especially want to thank the Pacific Science Center for donating this great forum. For those who may not be aware, all the families who are in attendance today get to tour all the exhibits of the Pacific Science Center afterwards. The families who have been reunified are also receiving passes to the Woodland Park Zoo, to the Seattle Aquarium, and the Children's Museum. I'd like to thank Casey Family Programs for their generous contributions and for all the other sponsors as well. Your generosity makes this event possible. And I want to thank all the social workers, all the CASAs, all the assistants attorney generals, all the parents' attorneys, all the kids' attorneys, all the service providers. It has been my privilege to serve as your dependency commissioner for 3.5 years. And I know it takes a team effort to reunify families. So I know they've gotten some applause, but many of these team members don't receive enough recognition. They're in my court day after day, hearing after hearing. They see families every day. And so I'd like everybody to take a moment and thank these team members. These team members understand the importance and commitment to the concept. people change, families reunite. Thank you to the parents whose hard work and commitment to their family makes our work rewarding, because this event's about you, and you are the evidence that people change and families reunite. So give yourselves another great big hand. And thank you to the dignitaries and to my fellow judicial officers for coming. I know that I sound like a broken record, but I think it's important because your presence shows our families that our work is important, that families are important, and that reunification should be celebrated. This event started in 2010. This is actually my 4th reunification celebration, and it continues to grow. It has become a model for reunification events across the country. I need to thank all of the committee members that worked so hard to organize the event. I just guide the bus. They're the ones that make it move. So thank you, and I'm going to ask all the team members to stand. Bill Barrett, Virgie Burks, Nina Queso, Demetrius Devers, Tori Gildred, Elise Hagley, David Heckendorf, Sydney Huffsetter, Jonah Isaac, Stacy Keene, who has been my right-hand person through this, Teresa Koza, Katie Loberstein, Mariko Ohisho, Mandy Peterson, Merle Red Jones, Nancy Roberts Brown, Commissioner Sassaman, Sharonda Selovanoff, Charles Smith, Shalia Stallings Alialima, Sandra Surface, and Satya Vaughn. Thank you very much for coming to meeting after meeting and putting up with me for almost a year. There is one more very large thank you that I want to make. As many of you know, our Judge Clark is retiring from our court. Judge Clark has impacted every family in this room, regardless of whether she ever presided over your hearing. She has been the leader, the teacher, the cheerleader, the driving force behind the changes that have made our court and this dependency system in our county successful. She has been my mentor, my friend, and she has given me a passion for this work that will stay with me forever. When Judge Clark first told me she was contemplating retirement, I told her that the court would never be the same without her. And she told me that if you put your hand in a bucket of water, despite how much you splash around, once that hand is removed, eventually the water will calm down and no one will ever know that the hand had ever been there. I agree in general, unless that hand belonged to Judge Clark, because while her hand may not be in that bucket, she has certainly taught the rest of us how important it is to get your hands wet. So I would ask that everybody here give Judge Clark a warm round of applause for everything she's done for us. So finally, I need to make sure all the families get their kids and hold on to their kids. So this little one needs to be grabbed, because we're going to turn out the lights, and thanks to the Pacific Science Center, we're going to get a great show. So this has truly been a great day of celebration, and what better way to lead this event than with a laser show and a little Bob Marley. Thank you, everyone.